Welcome to Whiskey is a Journey. My name is Peter Fasciano, and you guys are watching my first Friday flight fight. And obviously, as you can tell, we're doing a flight of Old Elk. So I guess in a way, we're doing some elk hunting. And essentially what this whole series is all about is testing to see which series of whiskeys I like the most. They're all in the Glencairns. I've got them all marked on the bottom. I'm going to go through the nose on all of them. I'm going to taste them all, go back and forth, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, compare them. So let me go ahead and go through what I have in the glasses. So first up, we have the blended straight bourbon whiskey coming in at 44% ABV, 88 proof, and I paid $49.99 for this. Next up, we have a wheated bourbon coming in at 46% ABV, 92 proof, and this is $72.99. Next up, straight wheat whiskey, 6 years old, 50% ABV, 100 proof, $79.99. And this has a mash bill of 95% wheat and 5% malted barley. Third up, we have 4-grain straight bourbon whiskey. This is coming in at 52.95% ABV, 105.9 proof. I paid $109.99. Mash bill, 51% corn, 22.5% wheat, 9% barley, 7.5% rye. And the age of the whiskey in here is between 6 and 7 years old, and it is their high malt bourbon. And on top of that, we have a 6-year-old wheated bourbon in this bottle as well. Double wheat is a straight whiskey. This is 53.55% ABV, 107.1 proof. I paid $109.99. And the stats on this, 71.5% wheat, 25% corn, 3.5% barley. And then this is a 6-year-old wheated bourbon. And then they also have 6, 7, and 8-year-old wheat whiskey. And then my final bottle is something that I just picked up today, just for a goof, just to see how this compared to the other stuff. As I went through my wheated whiskey series, a lot of you guys were saying that the store picks that they were picking up were exceptional. So I saw this at Total Wine & More. I wasn't really sure if I was going to pick it up, but I did pick one up today. Straight bourbon whiskey. This is the 2022 series, single barrel selection from Total Wine & More. 54.6% ABV, 109.2 proof, $86.99. And it's got a mash bill of 51% corn, 34% malted barley, and 15% rye. This is aged 7 years. It's barreled 2120, and this was bottled by Matt Gustafson. So thank you, Matt. I appreciate your handiwork. Let's see how it stands up to all the other Old Elks. Oh, one last thing. The 4-grain and the double wheat are all the 2022 releases. All right, I'm going to get rid of the bottles. Start mixing these things up. So let's get these back on here. Let's get the lids off and get this thing going. Oh, I can smell alcohol, that's for sure. All right, let's get this going on the nose. Sweetness, really sweet. This almost has an apple cherry sweetness. Smells absolutely fantastic. Not as sweet. There's a breadiness in here. Immediately, I would think that this would be a bourbon. This is going to be a wheater of some sort. All right, this has reminiscent sweetness like the first one did. This I get bready notes, softer on the nose. Definitely not as sweet. Oh, this one's really, really muted. I'm not really getting much out of that one at all. This one, very reminiscent of this one. They seem pretty flat compared to the others. All right. Let's taste them. Oh my gosh. This is so sweet. All right. That one has a little bit of proof to it. I get a cherry apple note. Very sweet. Not a whole lot of spice. That's delicious. Not sure on the ABV. I don't really feel anything there. Let's go for number 2. I get more oak on that one, a little bit more spice. That apple cherry note is not there. But that one's really good too. All right, that cherry apple note is back again. That's definitely sweet, not a whole lot of spice. And this is pretty common with me. As I take more and more sips, I start to get more and more barrel as I go. This one didn't really seem to have that much barrel influence, but the other two do. So as I go back the other way, I'm going to be curious to see how that affects the taste of these. All right, that is just a sweet butter roll, a sweet buttery roll. That's really, really good. A little high in the ABV. I'm starting to get that effervescent feeling on the tongue. That one's good. All right, flavors on that one seem to be growing a little bit. Makes my mouth water. I get baked goods on this one, a little bit of cinnamon spice. I think I might like the right side of this more than the left. I take that back. That almost tastes like water. Coming from these others, there's almost nothing to this one whatsoever. Seems to be pretty flat. The flavors don't burst. They don't develop into anything. Let me get a rinse of water. All right, back the other direction. Soft on the nose, pretty flat. Not much to that one at all. Low, I would say low ABV. I don't get a whole bunch of barrel bitterness. I don't have much barrel influence. Hard to really pull anything else out of here. Clearly, this one is going to be bringing up the rear. A little bit more ABV. I do get a buttery baked goods, a little bit of cherry, brown sugars, caramels. That one's really good. This one smells really good on the nose. Immediately, I get blasted with ABV. I think this one's pretty high in the ABV. This is a sweet butter roll. I'm guessing that these three are the wheats, and these three, that would be absolutely amazing with me switching them up and doing all that. That'd be crazy if I could actually tell. I would be absolutely shocked if that was the case. But my first impression, I think these would be the wheats, and these would be the bourbons. These are softer on the palate, and these are much sweeter on the nose. All right, coming back off of this one seems to have a little bit of an astringency or a bitterness to it. It's very sweet on the nose. I get apple cherry, just like I did at the very beginning. I'm liking this one pretty good. I think I like this one the most so far. So I would just kind of keeping track in my head. This would be first, this would be second, this would be third, that would be fourth. And I would imagine that they would all have a similar profile, the bourbons and the wheated whiskeys. Ooh, that one's got some bite to it too. I think that these two are the highest ABVs. I think this one's really, really close to that one. I think this just bumped this out of second. I think this is still first. That's second. This is third, fourth, fifth. Let's go with this last one. Man, these are amazing on the nose. It's very cherry apple, red apple and red cherry. Is there any other color cherry? Anyway, red apple and cherry. Almost a cherry bubblegum. That would be a common note on this side. And then a sweet buttery roll over here, with exception of that one. That one just is not hitting my palate correct. Oh, blast it. Whoa. I think that one's the highest ABV. Highest ABV. I'm going to put this one in second place. I'm going to put this one in third place. This is second place. This is first place. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. These are all good with the exception of that. I think these two are going to be, I think these two. Holy cow. Now I got to check this again. Yeah, that one's definitely the highest ABV. This one is a little bit more flat compared to that. All right, so I'm going to put these in front. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. I know that's last. And I want to say 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's my order. Get this out of here. Scoot these back. I'm going to switch these. This is going to be number 1. That's number 2. I think the burst of flavor on this one and the nose, the sweetness, plus that apple cherry note, I like this one. Last minute switch. So my least favorite is WB. So this is the wheated bourbon. So wheated bourbon, my least favorite. Followed by blended straight bourbon whiskey. Yeah, the blended straight bourbon whiskey. The straight wheat whiskey. Ooh, 4 grain. 4 grain is in third place. I thought that was going to be a little bit better than it did. And then, oh no. Oh, so that's a surprise. So the double wheat is second, which makes the store pick. This is the straight bourbon whiskey Total Wine and More store pick. Wow, that just eked out the win over the double wheat. That is amazing. So I guess you guys were right. Those store picks are really good. On the nose, on the palate, this stood out. And this was a neck pour too. I just cracked this open and poured it. This is going to be very interesting to see how this opens up compared to the rest of them. Surprised but not surprised? Based on what you guys were saying, those store picks might be the way to go. If you guys know Old Elk and you've had experience with any of these, let me know in the comments down below which one you guys have as your favorite. If you like this content, do me a favor, like, subscribe, share, comment, do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do. Share this with somebody in the whiskey world that might get enjoyment out of it. Turn on that bell notification because I publish videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of every week. Alrighty, enjoy your journey. We'll see you guys next time.